Hello, welcome to another video. Now, this is another discussion video, another discussion style video. I'm seeing like how people like this. Still trying to figure out and gauge all that. So, if you read the title correctly, I'm gonna be talking about how all animes use this have both. Yeah, pretty much all animes tell the same story regardless of which anime it is, and they have the same type of archetypes of characters and a whole bunch of symbolism in animes. And I'm just about to explain what I mean, and just not to hold you anymore. So I can use the three biggest animes and within the past 20 years, for example. 20, 30 years, because I'm using Dragon Ball, so that'd be 20 to 30, 35 years. Um, uh, let's start with the OG Dragon Ball. Now, Dragon Ball Z, of course, Dragon Ball Z has a lot of symbolism, and we all know Goku and Vegeta and all those characters. We already know all that, but even the seven Dragon Balls are very symbolic of the 7 days of the week, or your seven chakras, and even when you collect all seven Dragon Balls, you create a wish. That's symbolism for just when you manifest, and the fucking fluid up your spine, when it shoots all the way up to your goddamn pineal gland. It's shit, making it easier for you to manifest whatever fucking reality you want. Is pretty much what that means in Dragon Ball. But and all the characters, and you can go back into it. Akira Toriyama was real big into puns. He was real big into puns himself. You can just go out to the goddamn, use Boo for example. There was Bibbidi, the father, Bobbidi, the son of the father, and Boo, which was the creation of both of the two. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, Snow White reference type shit, just little shit like that. And but essentially, I'll bring Dragon Ball up because all animes, they talk about the same thing regardless of what they are. They use the same symbolism, and they have the same stories. Dragon Ball would perfect example is the biggest. You can't even really argue it, but the damn near biggest character of the biggest villain of Dragon Ball is Frieza, and Frieza literally has been torturing the Saiyans for generations. Him and his father and his brother have been torturing the Saiyans for generations. So, Goku's dad was basically a fucking, he was just a soldier for the Saiyan Empire, and he had his dealings with Frieza, and Frieza said himself, "Oh, I've never fought a Saiyan like this strong, and he's just a common everyday soldier." So, and you go back into that, and you see that Goku eventually comes to the point where he has to fight goddamn Frieza, well, Vegeta too, but he has to fight Frieza, and Frieza relives that moment, and when he's fighting Goku, he automatically thinks of goddamn Bardock, Goku's dad. Same thing with Vegeta. Frieza was ruling over Vegeta even when his dad was in charge. So when Vegeta got his ass whipped that first time, he felt like he let his whole bloodline down. He let his father down, type shit, and that's basically what motivated him to get stronger and all that shit. But I say off to say that is because when you jump to Naruto, it's kind of a very similar concept. It all starts with the Otsutsuki, specifically Kaiga. She comes to Earth and boom, checks out Earth, lives on Earth, communicates with the people on here, and communicates and lives among them and all that. And eventually she would have her two sons, Sage of Six Path, Haguro and Homuro, or I think I'm pronouncing that right, but Sage of Six Path and his brother. And long story short, they grow up. They have to fight each other. They have to one has to stay on the moon to seal it, to, you feel me, make sure his mom doesn't goddamn pop out again, and the other one stays on Earth and lives his life and raises his sons. And then from then, his two sons, goddamn it, his two sons grow up. One of them end up being fucking evil, and the other one end up being good. And even that's very, very symbolic of the story of Set and Osiris, Jesus and Lucifer. You know, the Thor and Odin, very similar. Regardless of whatever story it is, whatever it's about, they always have the same concepts, always have the same character archetypes, and you feel me, character themes, you feel me, and you know, even through going through all that, all the characters in Naruto, all like the Olis in the fire, in the land of fire, basically the top families are all related. That'd be the Uchiha, the Uzumaki, the Senju, the Hyugas, and goddammit, the Otosuki. I think I'm missing a family, but yeah, they're all related. They're all related. And low key, not even low key, but Naruto, all the Hokages are pretty much like popes. Their versions of like the Pope. Naruto has a lot of symbolism, like a lot of symbolism, like a lot of symbolism. Not even just like esoteric symbolism, and you know, it borrows from different mythologies and shit, different Eastern mythologies, but a lot of Jesuit symbolism, a lot of Catholic Church symbolism, because the Jesuits were in fucking, they were in the Far East, which would be like China, Japan, Korea. They were in those areas way before they goddamn traveled and migrated to goddamn America. But saying to say that is, it just goes to show that you feel me? It's all the same shit. It's all the same stories. People get lost in like, same thing with the Bible. People get lost in like how the story's being told rather than what it's actually saying, or at least like what you're not picking up what it's saying. You feel me? And shit. When people feel me, they get lost in shit like that. That's when you just hear the most retarded shit ever. Like, regardless of what it is, when they get lost in the tellings of, you feel me, a certain story, whatever, it's just fucking retarded. To get example what I mean, fucking listen to anybody that quote unquote reads the Bible. I say quote unquote because a lot of these people don't fucking read the Bible. They might have it, but you know, they don't really open that shit like that. They only open that shit when shit they want to feel like, goddamn, they're a biblical scholar. But jump into One Piece too. One Piece. One Piece has a lot of goddamn skull and bone symbolism. Granted, the Jolly Roger is literally the Skull and Bones logo, but even the Holy Knights, like these shows, like they're always, if you didn't like, the theme of these shows are always like they're putting their own, they basically making their own shit seem cool. You know, all the Jesuitism, all this shit. They're basically putting their shit in these shows and you know, making it seem cool, like pirates and shit. Because that's essentially what fucking Britain did. That's essentially what they were when they fled Europe. They were fucking pirates. They were on the sea fucking, you know, scourging and doing whatever fucking could they could, doing whatever they could to do to survive. So One Piece has a lot of, you know, skull and bone symbolism and, you know, a lot of shit like that, and, you know, the Holy Knights and even the whole world government. And even how Shanks, you can run some gematria on Shanks, but Shanks has like Jesuit gematria. Shanks literally, you know, he's literally a Holy Knight. He's literally like born into the Holy Knight family, but he uses his political ties to, you feel me, still be in the pirate world. He has a whole brother that's a complete Holy Knight. But, you know, Shanks, he didn't go down that path, but yet he's the only pirate that can walk through the fucking world government and not get arrested. You know, that should kind of, you know, make you ring a bell like, a lot of you, not a lot of you if you're watching this video, but a lot of people that's in gangs and you know all this dumbass shit. They might have people, fucking gang banging and shit. Probably whole serial killers. Probably got 12 fucking murders under their belt. Yeah, they get to walk out here free. Walk out here free. Walk out here free. Look at Lil Woody. Niggas like Lil Woody. He was supposedly goddamn fucking Agent 47 in the streets. This nigga was a merciless killer. He walking around free, doing whole 20v1s. Like it like 20v1, right? 201. So yeah. But I just wanted to just lay that out. I got a flight to catch later. So I just wanted to make this video, get on here, you know, get this off my chest. Cause I got a lot. I can make a lot of these videos. You know, I got to see what the engagement is, how people, you know, really like it. But you know, do what I got to do. So yeah, it was good making this video. Good to you know get my little you know, good to you know just sit here and babble and shit. But till the next one, I'll see you, and then probably be a gematria video, whatever. I'll have another one. It's having a gematria video lined up, so should see that. And till the next one, holla.